Hello my Wolfpack, and welcome back to the UBLN Week 4 Team Builder. So, very scary team that we've got coming up this week. We've got Jirachi, we've got Mamoswine, we've got Umbreon, we've got Araquanid, we've got Ditto, we've got Pikachu, we've got Entei, Druddigon, Noctowl, and Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is always a very huge threat that I have a couple of methods of dealing with it this week. The mons that I think are coming are Jirachi, Mamoswine, Umbreon, Ditto, Tapu Fini, and Mega Venusaur. Excuse me. I could definitely see the Entei coming instead of the Ditto to kind of break out that fire, water, grass core, but those are kind of 6 that I could potentially see coming. The Araquanid could definitely come over the Fini. The Druddigon I don't see coming. I don't personally see the Druddigon coming, and I don't see the Noctowl coming. The Pikachu may come, but I don't know if it's scared by my Gastrodon and my Kyurem Black with Earth Power, so kind of see what happens there. I am recording this like ages in advance, like a week and a half in advance of when I'm going to be doing the battle, so this could change a little bit. This is just a preliminary, but I'm having to record this early because I'm away, sort of, so like, I'm dog sitting, so I'm going to be not about and able to record, and yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult to get this all sorted if I was there, so that's why I'm doing it in advance. So if his team changes at all, I might make some tweaks and stuff, but I'll make sure to cover it in the actual battle video. But yes, very scary team. Jirachi can be both physical, it can be a wish passer. Mamoswine can just wreck through things. It can honestly like potentially wreck through my team, actually. Potentially can wreck through my team. Conkeldurr can kind of deal with it though. Umbreon, just, it's difficult to kill. But we've got Mega Guard, so hopefully it can do that. Araquanid is again very scary. Assault Vest can just really cause issues. Ditto, again, it's just, you never know how to prep for a Ditto. I can't prep for a Ditto. Potentially I would go into like Skarmory or something. But even then, I can't necessarily deal with the Skarmory too well. So yeah, it's kind of difficult. Even if it went to Gastrodon, I haven't got any like grass type attacks to kind of deal with it. So the Ditto, a little bit of a problem. So that's why I kind of think it might come. Pikachu, it can deal with my Skarmory pretty well. It can probably do a lot to Marowak and even somewhat to Kyurem Black as well. Tapu Fini is just scary in general. The Moonblast can scare my Kyurem Black, it scares Conkeldurr, but the rest of my team can kind of cope with it. But it also scares the Surf on Marowak and also things like Skarmory as well. If it has Scald or something, then a Scald Burn is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Entei is somewhat scary. If I brought a Moongus, obviously it'd be a lot more scary, but it can take out Skarmory easily. So yeah, the Entei is potentially scary. The Druddigon I'm not really too scared of. I think I have multiple ones that can deal with it. Noctowl, again, same. I have multiple ones that can deal with it. Mega Venusaur is always terrifying, is always a huge threat. But I think Conk can kind of deal with it. Marowak can deal with it. Gardevoirs can deal with it. Skarmory can even deal with it if it's going to try and Sludge Bomb me and I can get a Brave Bird off, which I think does a lot, or it kills it. Gastrodon doesn't want to come out, and Kyurem Black might be able to. The Ice Beam is still doing like 60 to 70%, so honestly it can put in a lot of work regardless of that thick fat. My first mon is Kyurem Black, so I'm bringing Kyurem Black again, the Life Orb variant with Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, and Earth Power, same as usual. Roost is the 4th move, just to heal myself up in case I get down low, and I can afford to, especially if there's like Umbreon in. It is going to do a lot to me with Foul Play, but I should be able to live that and Roost up. Or like the Jirachi doesn't, well no, the Jirachi scares me, sorry. Maybe the Mamoswine. The Mamoswine doesn't scare me as much. The Venusaur, again, doesn't really scare me too much. You can't do too much to me unless it's like HP Steel, but I don't see anything running HP Steel. Ditto definitely scares me. But yeah, we've got max special attack and 220 in speed with a naive nature, so more speed, less special defense. This was to outspeed the Pikachu. We can one-shot the Pikachu with Earth Power. Ice Beam isn't what's Ice Beam doing? Ice Beam is hitting the Venusaur well, it takes out the Noctowl, takes out the Druddigon. Earth Power takes out the Entei. Tapu Fini is taken out by Fusion Bolt, I believe. Pikachu's taken out by Earth Power. Ditto is just, you know, difficult, but I can potentially Ice Beam it. Araquanid is, again, scary, but I think a Fusion Bolt will take it out. Umbreon, again, another scary mon, but I think a combination of like Ice Beam and Fusion Bolt might be able to take it out, depending on what kind of variant it is. Mamoswine, I think Ice Beam, 2 Ice Beams do it, and it's not doing as much back to me. I think Earthquake is doing about 60% to me, actually, so that's undesirable to do. And Jirachi's faster than me, so there's not really a way that I stay in against Jirachi unless it's uninvested. If the Jirachi is uninvested, then I can probably Earth Power quite nicely. And I don't even think a Iron Head does take me out. I think it only does like 70% damage. So I think I can live it and potentially roost up later in the game. So yeah, I'm outspeeding the Pikachu. I've got 36 EVs in attack there as well, just making that Fusion Bolt a little bit more powerful because I might have to use it a few times this week. And the Life Orb is just going to be racking up the damage over time, but we're going to be doing a lot of work against it. So yes, we have Conkeldurr as our second one. Again, Flame Orb and Guts, but I'm running slightly different this week. The thought is get Conkeldurr in, potentially Power Up Punch first turn or something, if this is a very first turn, or if I'm bringing it in later, I'll Power Up Punch, and then I can Drain Punch, Earthquake and Thunder Punch my way to victory, more or less. After a Power Up Punch, Conkeldurr basically can sweep the whole team. I believe it is going to have to take some hits though, like Jirachi's Zen Headbutt is going to do a little bit of damage to me, but I can then take it out with Earthquake. Mamoswine is taken by Drain Punch, so depending on what comes in and when, I can potentially get some health back. Umbreon, +1, I believe, is being taken out by a Drain Punch. Araquanid, I have Thunder Punch 4 as well, a +1, I think that takes it out. Ditto is going to be a problem potentially if it's copying my stats and if it's Scarfed, but I could then always go into like Gardevoirs or something, or I could just try and Drain Punch it. Pikachu, Earthquake is taking it out. Tapu Fini, Thunder Punch is taken out at +1. Entei, a +1, I believe the Earthquake is taken out again. Druddigon is being taken out by the Drain Punch, a +1, I believe. Noctowl is being hit by the Thunder Punch, taken out. Mega Venusaur, I think, is a little bit more complicated, but I think 2 Earthquakes +1 do take it out. At least that's what I can kind of remember from my calcs. EVs, we have max HP and max attack again, Adamant Nature, more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs of special defense. This thing is kind of, I'm hoping to get the Power Up Punch and then just kind of a Drain Punch if I get the opportunity to, but we will kind of see kind of how that works. So obviously I'm going to be taking Flame Orb damage during the battle as well, and as well as being hit. But this thing could definitely get a mini sweep going, or it could sweep the whole team depending on kind of what comes and how I can deal with it. But the only thing that really I'm scared of in the respect to Conkeldurr is Ditto, because if the Ditto can get a Power Up Punch up, it can honestly sweep my team as well. So yeah, very scary. I think the Skarmory can potentially deal with it, but again the Thunder Punch just means it can't be dealt with as easily. It's just, yeah, hopefully the Ditto doesn't come in against me because it can copy my stats and just be annoying. Yes, okay, so we have Marowak next. Marowak is potentially debuting this week. I'm not sure if I changed it last week in the end or not, but Marowak is going to be holding the Fit Club and have Rock Head as his ability, so we're not taking recoil from that Flare Blitz. The Flare Blitz, like, Marowak just does so well in this matchup, honestly. The only thing it doesn't like is Umbreon at the minute, but we have Flare Blitz for Jirachi, Mamoswine, Umbreon we don't have anything for because I'm not keeping it in. Araquanid we have Thunder Punch, and Ditto potentially Boomerang if the Ditto decides to come in. Pikachu Boomerang as well. Tapu Fini we have Thunder Punch, which I think does take it out actually, or it takes it a lot down very low. If we've got like Stealth Rocks up, hopefully that would sort it. Entei is being hit by Boomerang as well. Druddigon I think is being hit by Shadow Bone and taken out. Noctowl, Thunder Punch will take it out, and Flare Blitz is still doing a lot of damage to Mega Venusaur. I think it was like 66 to 79%. I think, I'm not 100% sure, it might have been 60 to 70, but yeah, honestly, Marowak is putting so much work in this week and is kind of resisting a lot of mons as well. It can just scare out more or less anything. The only thing it doesn't scare out is the Umbreon, and if I can get a Flare Blitz off on the Umbreon, that's still absolutely huge. EVs, we've got max HP and max attack, adamant nature, more attack, less special attack, 4 in special defense. The only thing that really does scare me is a foul play from Umbreon, but other than that, I'm pretty much fine with Marowak. A Surf on Tapu Fini could be scary as well, but again, I have kind of coverage for that, and I have the Thunder Punch if it absolutely comes to it. Next up, we have Gardevoirs, yeah. I don't know how I completely messed that up, but yes, we've got Hyper Voice, Psyshock, and Thunderbolt this week with Wish as last move. I did really consider Trick Room, and I was like, oh, Trick Room could really, really work well. But then I was like, actually, Kyurem and Gardevoir kind of require the speed still. So, and I think Kyurem's going to be around most of the match because I'm probably going to be switching it in and out just to deal damage to things. Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Thunderbolt, and Wish. I haven't actually got any hazard removal this week. Actually thinking off the top of my head, I just realised I haven't got any hazard removal. But yeah, Gardevoir, obviously getting Pixelate on Mega Evolution, so making that Hyper Voice a little bit stronger. Jirachi doesn't like the Thunderbolt. Mamoswine doesn't like a Hyper Voice. Umbreon doesn't like a Hyper Voice. Araquanid, I don't think likes a Thunderbolt, but it's very difficult because it might be Assault Vest with Magic Coat. Ditto is just difficult because again, the Gardevoir can kind of come and destroy my team as well. Gastrodon could potentially deal with it, but it's going to be kind of difficult. Pikachu is going down to a Hyper Voice, I believe. Tapu Fini is going down to a Thunderbolt or a Psyshock. Entei is going down to a Psyshock, maybe 2 Psyshocks I think actually. Druddigon is going down to a Hyper Voice. Noctowl is not taking a Hyper Voice, I don't think, and Mega Venusaur is not taking a Psyshock, I don't think either. So we've got so many different kind of options to take everything out. Like generally, most of my mons can take on most things except the Ditto, which is really, really quite nice. EVs, 4 in HP, 252 in speed, and 252 in special attack with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack. This was to potentially counter the Jirachi that might potentially be Jolly max speed, so we could potentially see if we can take that out with a Thunderbolt, hopefully. Just see kind of how that goes, I suppose. But yes, that is it for Gardevoir. Not too much to explain on that. It's just going to be the normal destroy things. We have Skarmory, which is our defensive mon with Rocky Helmet and Sturdy again. Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Brave Bird, and Roost. I might consider replacing Roost with Defog, just because I've realised that we don't actually have any Defog this week. And I don't know how likely hazards are. Hazards are potentially quite likely. I think Arachnid gets Sticky Web as well. So we could have a lot of hazards on the field this week, which I think I would need the Defog for. Rocky Helmet, Sturdy, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Stealth Rock, you know, getting some damage off on the Mamoswine, the Araquanid, even the Tapu Fini and the Pikachu are taking a little bit of damage, same with the Mega Venusaur. A lot of these don't really have reliable recovery either, so we can just kind of get the chip damage going on there. Got Iron Head for things like the Mamoswine, the Tapu Fini, the Brave Bird is there for the Mega Venusaur. It can also hit something else, the Araquanid. Yeah, just in general, like, Skarmory isn't taking on everything, but it's taking on a lot of different things, and if I need to, I can always, if I'm expecting a Sludge Bomb, I can go into Skarmory and Brave Bird and take out the Venusaur potentially, or just really hit something else hard. EVs, again, we're max HP, max defense. I'm supposed to put 4 in attack, but I kind of missed that, and a Impish Nature, so more defense, less special attack. Yeah, this thing is hopefully going to sponge up a few hits, maybe from Jirachi as well, because Jirachi's not going to be doing too much to us, barring a Thunder Punch. But I've got Gastrodon if I'm predicting a Thunder Punch, so honestly I can potentially play a game of switches, and if I've got a Defog off, then I can hopefully not have to worry about hazards. And yes, the last one is Gastrodon. Gastrodon has Storm Drain leftovers again. This stops the Araquanid and the Fini in their tracks with Surf and Scalds and stuff and Liquidations. Really just stop things, and it ups my special attacks. My Scald will be able to do more damage to lots of different things. Excuse me. We've got leftovers healing ourselves up over time. Toxic is something I'm really hoping to get up on the Ditto, because I think the Ditto can just be an issue. We've got Recover to heal ourselves up over the time. Scald to start racking up Scald damage. If we can get Scald Burn on the Jirachi or the Mamoswine, it's even super effective against the Mamoswine, so it's not as worrying. Toxic on the Umbreon if it's not got Heal Bell as well. I could get Scald Burn potentially on Araquanid. Pikachu, Earthquake will really take it out. Tapu Fini, I think we pretty much wall. We shouldn't be having any issues with Tapu Fini, and we can Earthquake it. Entei, I can just keep on Scalding, it's not going to be doing too much to me. Druddigon, Scald Burn would be quite nice. Noctowl isn't really a worry, and Mega Venusaur is the worry, so I would definitely have to switch out if the Mega Venusaur switches in, but that's probably then when I switch into probably Marowak, expecting a Giga Drain. And I'm not sure, like, if the Mega Venusaur can have knockoff, so it is a bit of a risk, but you know, Marowak can potentially put in a lot of work there too. But yes, that is it for my team builder. I'm excited for this match. I think that we could potentially have a really good matchup. It can be really terrifying. It could go good, it could go bad. I'm not sure how it will go yet, but I think our team does combat a lot of the Mons very well. Anyways, that is it, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon.